What's up? It's the publisher here, Mr. Kelly Cole. Listen, will you be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl? If so, I want you to join us on Thursday, February the 6th for the Heart of the Champion event. It is going to be an event for family, faith, fun, and football. Listen, hosted by Chris Bouchard and Darian Gray, and also promoted and organized by Dr. Joseph Bryant. I'm personally going to be your purple carpet host. I'm going to be interviewing people on the purple carpet. We got a lot of former athletes coming, special celebrity guests like Dawn Lewis from A Different World, and many, many more. So we want you in the building. Go ahead and get registered. I'm going to put the link below. We look forward to seeing you there. Heart of a Champion. Let's go.
Welcome to the Books for Athletes podcast with your host, the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole. Mr. Cole, a former athlete and best-selling author himself, has set out to take you behind the scenes of some of sports' forgotten heroes. He sits down with former professional athletes, college athletes, and sports coaches as they share stories of triumph, defeat, dedication, and perseverance. Here's Kelly.
What's up, everybody? It's the publisher here, Mr. Kelly Cole. Welcome to another episode of the Books for Athletes podcast. Today, I got a very special guest. First time out the gate, best-selling author, my friend Kenisha Johnson. How are you doing today?
Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. So happy to be here for sure.
Cool. Where are you joining us from today?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Is it cold in Nashville right now?
No, it's actually beautiful. It's about maybe 60 out there. I was able to get a nice run in today, so I'm grateful.
That's cool. Yeah, besides being an author, you're also a boxer and a fitness. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like you said, I'm a boxer. I got into boxing just to lose weight, and it kind of transformed into something a little bit bigger. I started to compete. Um, and I also train people here and there. So I do a few box fit classes just to kind of get you from the couch to some fitness, showing people how I got into it. But it's a great outlet, and I like to share with anybody that's willing to try it.
That's dope. So where are you originally from? Are you originally from Nashville? What's a little bit of your backstory?
Yeah, I'm originally born and raised in Nashville. As far as my backstory, I'm a realtor as well as you've already mentioned I'm a boxer. But I've been here in Nashville just kind of practicing real estate since college, decided not to go pursue teaching or anything like that. And kind of dabbled and dabbled into a lot of different entrepreneurial things and just have my hands in a few different things. But yeah, brought me to wanting to share that journey, share some of those life experiences. And ultimately, I wrote a book.
Yeah, that's where I was going next. What inspired you to write this book? Like what tugged on your heart to share your journey and your story?
Honestly, just along the way, the journey started to get interesting. I started to face some life trauma, just different things that during the time I didn't know if I was going to make it out of. And once I did, I found clarity in that. I kind of felt like maybe there was a little power in sharing it once I started talking to people about it here and there. And after some of those events, I decided to start recording some of the stuff that was happening along the way. And with that, that was kind of like my uh, background and everything that I started from the book. That's what I used to kind of just launch it from there. Like just have somebody break that down. We wrote from all of the transcripts and we kind of came up with this masterpiece.
Good stuff. What is some of that trauma? Let's talk about it. Like, what's one of the things? I know was a home invasion. You want to talk about that a little bit? Like,
Yeah, we can. That's fine. I guess that's one of the big highlights of the book. That was one of those things you just don't expect to happen. You're just a regular person in the house and somebody decides to come invade your space. I didn't think I'd make it out of that situation, but I'm here today. And I was blessed to just be able to share the experience. So I kind of broke it down in deep detail in the book, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of wrong place, wrong time, and it went a little bit longer than expected. Like it was like a 30-minute situation to where it was just, yeah. But ultimately, I helped the officers catch the criminals. I testified. They were put away for a long time. So it was a beautiful ending, but it was definitely a traumatic experience.
Yeah. So was it your house? You said wrong place, wrong time. Was it your house
Oh,
that got invaded?
no, I was actually staying with the aunt. I was just kind of in transition of moving. So yeah, it was yeah, during a period of time you're just kind of staying somewhere for, a brief moment. It happened, during the time I was there. But it wasn't my place.
What was the motive? What was the motive behind them doing that? Was it just random or did they have a motive?
I think it looks like they were looking for like something, money, drugs, anything they could kind of get their hands on to where they could take something of value, because once the time was up, they decided they weren't leaving empty handed. So
Mm,
they took whatever they could kind of carry out with their hands. So yeah.
got you. So what did you say you learned from that situation? What did you say you got from it looking back?
Uh I'll say you're tougher than you think in moments on the fly. Like, and if you're willing to fight for yourself, then you just don't know what's possible. Because I mean, staring at two guys that were unmasked with loaded guns, I just knew my odds right there. I did pray and hope that those odds didn't come, uh they didn't happen, but I did think that my odds were very, very slim, like, so I just, yeah. But after looking back at it and understanding everything I did, all the moves I made, it was just not panicking. It was honestly going through the moment and fighting for myself, fighting for my friend, and making sure that we did everything we could do to stay alive. So it was enlightening, but I learned to just fight. Make sure you fight through everything, because it's never you don't know.
That's good. Where does that fighter come from that's in you? Because you're a fighter. Like that's the theme of the where does that come from?
I have no I have no idea. Like it just feels like I've never been okay with just accepting what is, and I've always wanted to just understand. I always need to know the answers and fight for just clarity for the most part. So I think it came from that, because nobody liked the little kid asking why to almost everything and little stuff like that. But just
Yeah,
fighting for my space, fighting for my voice, fighting for my understanding. And I think I just kind of stood firm on that, and it transpired in every part of my life.
got you. Are you an only child?
No, I'm the oldest of 12.
Gotcha. Wow, that's interesting. I'm the oldest of 13.
Whew.
So
Did you all grow up together? We were kind of
no,
separated, so I didn't get that, experience, but
same. We were separated. So
okay.
half on my mom's side, half on my dad. So kind of went
Likewise.
back and forth, that same thing. But I was the oldest. But usually usually it's either the oldest is a fighter or the baby is a fighter. And that's
True,
what
I've heard
that's
that.
what I've learned. Yeah, that's what I've learned. And that's how it is with my children. So I got three. My oldest is a fighter, and my baby girl, I'm telling you, she's
Oh, nice. So I mean, like genetically, obviously, just you just fall in that role, maybe, I guess, based on your lineup.
for sure. And one time I looked up my name, and my name means
Okay.
warrior.
Oh wow.
So I have to fight,
How awesome. I mean, you have to. You can't downlive the name.
right? So definitely. So cool. Somebody who picks up this book, what are you hoping they gain from this book?
I'm hoping that they gain the inspiration to keep dreaming, to give themselves grace, to
Yeah.
just try to learn and make sure they are intentional about it every experience, and try to take what they can from it, because it's just life's a journey. So I just want people to find grace in the journey, and understand that it's never too late to start dreaming, and make sure you bet on yourself, keep dreaming.
You talk a lot about your grandmother's wisdom. Share some of that. Like, what are some of the things you got from your grandmother? Hey, it's the publisher here, Mr. Kelly Cole. Listen, if you are a former professional athlete, if you are a former college athlete or sports coach, and you're looking to launch your speaking career, let me tell you, you need a book. If you're already out there speaking and you want to track more high paid speaking engagements, you need a book. It's not about creating more content to post on social media. It's not about recording a bunch of videos. It's not about doing more podcasts. The number one secret to attracting more high paid speaking engagements or even launching your speaking career is a book. Hey, I'm the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole, and I help former athletes and sports coaches create best-selling books in 30 days to launch their speaking career, even if they hate writing and don't know where to start. So for the first time ever, I've created a free case study video that will not only show you how to write a book from scratch in as little as 30 days and become a best-selling author, it will also show you how to attract more high-paid speaking engagements. Now, to check out this free case study video, click the link that says learn more or go to booksforathletes.com. Real quick before you go, do not go if you're not a former athlete or sports coach, because you won't find any value in what I'm about to share. And don't go if your book is already out and already on Amazon. You won't find any value in what I share over there. But if you are a former athlete or sports coach, know that you need a book, or already out there speaking and you want to launch your speaking career, go check out that link now. Writing a book is not as hard as you think. It doesn't even matter if you don't know where to start. My case study video will show you how to start and get it done and onto the bestsellers list. So go now.
So I was blessed to live with both my grandmas. So I lived with my paternal grandma and then her mom as well. So
Wow.
From both of them, they were strong ladies in different ways. One of them was super witty and very strategic and feisty in how she kind of gave every delivery, whereas the other one was very resourceful and calm and nurturing and just finding a way out of no way. So just being able to kind of get all of the gems that kind of roll off two strong women that's making it happen for their families. Like, I just feel like I was double blessed to be able to get any of that from them along the way.
Good. What's one of the things you hold on to? One piece of wisdom that from each of them that you hold on to, or something they always told you that sticks out?
That's a good question. So I'll say for my great grandma, for her, it was more so like the sky's like not the limit. You can do whatever you want to do, just believe in yourself. And then for my grandma, it was just find a way. Like I get things will pop up, things will happen, but make the adjustments, be the best you, and give yourself some grace. So it was just the reassurance of you make sure you push through and you make sure you put your best foot forward from both of them. That's the overall, I guess, sentiment that stuck out the most.
That's good. What did that type of belief in yourself and motivate, like, what does that mean to you? Or what did that mean to you coming up?
Well, I guess it meant freedom. It meant being able to literally go push the limits, go see who I could become, not putting myself in a box, just living life, embracing every opportunity, and making sure I kept my eyes open and willing to go through and try things, even if it seemed a little challenging and it didn't seem like it was for me. Like, don't knock it till you try it, at least give everything one shot, so it just kind of kept me grounded and motivated to keep adjusting through whatever life threw my way.
That is good. Yeah, I really like that. So in writing this book, what was the easiest part to write for you, or the easiest part for you to share?
Okay, so the easiest part to share was kind of like the present day journey, I guess. It was easier to like relate to and kind of bring everything back full circle, let everybody know kind of what I got going on and how they can connect with me. That just felt pretty good, genuine, and easy because it was fresh, so I guess that was the easiest part.
Gotcha. So where did you go to college? Where did you get your degree?
I went to Middle Tennessee State University in
Okay.
Murfreesboro, so it's just about 30 minutes up the road. I didn't go too far from home, but still got a little bit away.
Okay, MTSU. I'm sorry, send me some money. But yeah. Okay, MTSU. I was a
For
part of
sure.
a program in Nashville, and one of the partners was MTSU. So
Some
and,
cool
and I had
years.
a bunch of friends go there as well. So I
Oh,
love
nice.
the school. So
Cause
it's,
I mean, your kids went to school here too, though, right? Like one of your daughters just graduated from like Fisk or something
she
close by.
she graduated from Lipscomb. So
Oh,
she
okay,
got her master's at Lipscomb. So now
nice.
she's looking for a place to get her doctorate in theology. So she's much smarter than me. So
Yes, definitely.
my son, though, he didn't go to
Focus.
college. He's been a Christian recording artist his whole life. Like
That's so cool.
I literally wrote his first Christian rap at 3, and he's been doing it ever since. He's 25.
Wow.
Yeah, he signed his first record deal at 15, and then at 17 he signed to Toby Mac. Now he's
Okay.
to RCA Sony. So
That's huge. I mean, I see you guys like moving all around the place and you're always on the road, but I'm like, man, that's pretty big.
so yeah, so it's fun, but I get same thing as you. Like my I had a good relationship with my dad's mother, not more so
Okay.
my mom's mom, but my dad mother, she was a bulldog and still is. She's still alive, by the way.
Yes.
She's like almost 90 and just still kicking.
90. That's beautiful. That is
90,
beautiful.
living in Chicago, living on her own. Um,
I
but
love that.
she was such a strong woman. Like you said, it almost pushed me to believe in myself, So I can definitely relate. And then I was closest to my grandfathers. I get that work
Oh,
ethic
nice.
from my grandfathers. Like both of them were such hard working guys, entrepreneur. Well, my dad's dad was an entrepreneur. My
Okay.
mother's father, he worked for Buick his entire life until he passed away. But man, I saw them all get up for work every morning.
Nice strong roots.
Strong roots. They come from Arkansas. They worked in the cotton fields, all of that. So I definitely
Yes.
get all of that. So the journey, right? If you can go back to your younger self, what bit of wisdom would you give your younger self as you were coming up and growing up? What's something you would tell yourself?
Well, now I'm all I feel great. I feel good about the experiences and I can reflect.
Yeah.
But I would tell my younger self to take the time, stop, chill
Mm,
out, reflect, enjoy the journey. Don't It's not a race. You really need to understand every moment, every pace you're at, just so that you can embrace the next level. Like I kind of feel like I rushed through a lot. I complained through a lot. I
mm.
didn't really just enjoy the journey as much as I could have. I can't say I didn't enjoy it, but I feel like if I could tell myself that, I would just say like literally tune into it, really go through it, and give yourself some time to experience the journey. Don't rush so fast to know it's a never ending journey. It's an evolution. So where are you rushing to?
That is so good. Cause like, I had to tell my son today, life is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's not a sprint.
It is.
Yo, what up? It's your girl JC, and listen, I have to send a special shout out to my guy, Mr. Kelly Cole, and the entire team at Publishing Advantage Group and Books for Athletes. They took so great care of me to the point that I know I'm the pickiest person. This book was supposed to have been finished last summer. However, there were some details that I needed to make sure that the book had because my audience needed it. And, when it comes down to feeding and serving the people, especially as a former athlete and telling your story, you cannot be selfish with the material and give it away. And they worked with me from the time of my thought process to the time of conception, all the way down to now, top 20 hot release best-selling author on Amazon in 24 hours. Listen, if you're an athlete, you have a story to tell, and you don't know how to put it in book form just yet, don't worry, you're not alone, okay? Hit my guy, Mr. Kelly Cole, and tell him what you're trying to do, and I promise you he gonna get you right, all right? And of course, check me out on Amazon after the season. Shout out to the Books for Athletes family.
Is a marathon. So I completely get what you're saying. I saw a meme online that says, "Look at us. We were in a hurry to be adults, and look at us now."
That's all I'm saying. I'm like, what were you running for, girl? You should have slowed down. Slow down. But no, I'm grateful for it. I mean, that stuff set me up for some nice leadership. I can look back on it in hindsight and appreciate it. But based on your question, I would say slow down. Enjoy.
I agree. Same, same. I was such in a hurry to just be an adult, drive and all of this stuff, and then look at it now. Look at us now.
Yeah, I'm like, look at me now. So yes, it's been an interesting ride though. I'm grateful for it all. I mean, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. Like it's really shaped every part of all of this. I feel like even meeting you was like destined. I think I saw you randomly like on somebody else's post, and my book had been on the shelf. I told you that,
Mhm.
and I'm like, well, let me reach out to him and just see. I'm not about to pull it off. I'm not about to buy another product. I got a lot going on. I told you I
Yeah.
started there with you. Like that was my intro. Like I got a lot going on, but I do want to know for later.
What's going
And
on?
then our conversation later became now, and I have the book in my hand. So I'm grateful for that too. It all was destined.
And talk about like what did it feel like to see that number one, like your book was number one on Amazon after all of that? Talk about that feeling.
Well,
Help
Kelly,
people.
you know, I mean, because even you, I was texting you the night before, and I'm like, huh, I don't really know. I get it, but I didn't do anything that we planned. I didn't hit my metrics, you know, like sometimes you don't do what you set up to do so that you can have the best outcome. So for me, I was trying to brace myself for the stuff I put out there, not what I prayed for, but what my actions, you know. And I was telling you, I'm like, well, I get that you guys have this track record, but if it happens like that with me, I'll be okay. But I'm gonna let you know that I didn't do my part. But when you text me, you know, like, and we were talking throughout the day, and you text me, and I saw the number one text, and I'm like, it really worked. Like I did, you know, even like it worked. So I was really ecstatic. I was grateful, and you know, just excited about what the opportunity might bring for the most part. But I didn't think it was possible up until it happened. So I'm grateful.
And I told you that from our first conversation. I was like, look, I'm not guessing about this. This is what we do. I'm telling you, just follow this. This is what happens. But what was it like to hold the book in your hand for the first time?
That was surreal because that was one of those things that I only dreamed of, even as a kid. Like I never knew it would be possible, but I said, I'm like, I'm going to write a book. I just like books. I was a big reader as a kid, but
Yeah.
even after I wrote it a few years ago, it was just kind of in the air. I never had the physical copy. So once I got the physical copy, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a published author. Like, you know, like this is real, you know. It was definitely amazing and gratifying. Like it was like a goal that I literally started as a kid, and it's like it's here. I mean, you put it down a lot of times and you didn't think this day would be possible, you know. It was always a figment of my imagination until it was there.
That's
So
good. I,
beautiful.
I love it. I love it. So, dang, I missed my last question because I had a thought about when I was growing up, my dream was to make it to the NFL.
Mm.
And it amazes me how my life turned out. Like I didn't make it to the NFL, but every day I'm a part of the NFL.
How beautiful is that?
Man, God is amazing.
Oh,
God is amazing. And to have like Chicago Bears, I always wanted to play for the Bears.
mhm.
And one of my closest friends now, who's a former athlete, was drafted by the Chicago Bears.
Wow.
He literally texts me every day, like, and invites me to speak at his camp. We're going to do his book this year. And so I can relate to like the dream of, I remember
Yes.
I got my first gig in the NFL. I spoke for the NFL Players Association in Detroit right before my mom passed. And
Hmm.
my post was, Mom, I didn't make it to the NFL, but today I cashed the NFL check.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Right? So get it. It's like, man, we have these dreams as kids, and when they manifest, sometimes it's just overwhelming.
Yes, it blows you away yourself. You know, like other people sometimes like you wow other people, but when you can wow yourself,
Yep.
sometimes I'm like, okay, well, and that was one of those moments to where it's like, wow. Like even with the book signing coming up this weekend, I'm excited and nervous. I hadn't done any public speaking since I took the class in college, and I hated it there too. So we'll see how this goes. But no, I'm excited. It's the journey. It's part of the process, and I look forward to kind of taking it publicly now. Like I've kind of always operated behind the scenes in the shadows. So I'm excited to share myself and to share my journey and to just see what comes from that.
That's good. It's going to do great. What did your family and friends say about it when they finally saw you start posting and you had it in your hand? Like, what was the feedback from your family and friends?
Well, a lot of people were surprised, number one, because I work in the shadows, so nobody knew I had even been working on a book.
Mhm.
And then just amazed at the fact that I was able to kind of articulate my story, and then they were excited to possibly get it in their hands. So it was just kind of like a little bit of everything. And I still hadn't got a lot of feedback from my family, as they're not big readers. So that's the big thing too. Like when people don't really read books, they're happy for you, but it's like it's
Yeah.
hard to go from I don't read a book to go reading somebody's whole book. So I don't expect anybody to do that, to be honest. Since the home invasion, I hadn't read a physical copy of a book until I read my book. So I've only been able to listen to it. And anytime I'm kind of going in it, it was just I would kind of put them to the side. So I totally get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think they'll be excited about the signing, to hear a little bit more about it. That might encourage them to read it a little bit. And then I have the audio version coming out in like a couple weeks, because I just know people must be able to hear it. I mean, that's a whole nother channel for people to be able to, just digest the story. So I think I'll get a lot of feedback from them after that version.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler Campbell, and I am the author of The Ball Came Out, Life on the Other Side of the Field, brought to you by none other than the Publishing Advantage Group, Kelly Cole, and the entire team. Let me tell y'all something about them. Listen, they are there to help you. They really want to see you win. They want to help you get that message out. And collectively, as a team, you never feel like you're alone. There's no such thing as a bad question. They know the industry so well that they help you convey the message that will feed the masses of individuals that you come across. My book is #2 new release book on Amazon already, and it's already an Amazon bestseller. All right, hadn't even been a full week yet. All right, these individuals know what they know about the industry, and they share it with you, right? And they only want to see you win. You're handled with care. Make your book a bestseller today and go with the Publishing Advantage Group. They want nothing but the best for you.
For sure. Yeah, that's how I consume a lot of books, because it's like it's for me to sit down and read, it's a little bit tough with my schedule.
Agreed.
But I drive a lot. I'm on the plane
Me
a lot.
too.
I can listen to books. So that's good. I love that you got the audio book coming out. So tell them about when is the book signing, where it's at, and how they can come and be involved with that.
Yes, if you're in Nashville, Tennessee, the book signing is on Saturday at 5 p.m. It's from 5 to 7 p.m. The address is 2131 26th Avenue North, zip code 37208. If you got any questions or anything like that, feel free to look at me on one of my social media links, or you can also email me at Kenisha, and that's spelled Kenish with the number 4, and then you have Johnson at gmail.com. So it's just my name, and you're gonna put a number 4 instead of the A, at gmail.com, and you can ask me any questions, or if you get lost or anything like that. But I'd love to have you guys come out. It's gonna be a nice community event. We got some food trucks, DJ. I just want it to be a good vibe. I want people to understand what my community looks like, and the type of energy that I like to put in the atmosphere. So I'm excited.
That's dope. Yeah, I wish I could be there. I got to speak
I
in
do too.
Dallas, or else I would have definitely been there.
Yes.
But cool. Last question. What was it like working with us, and would you recommend other athletes work with us to get their books done?
I enjoy working with you guys a lot. It was very, very easy, transparent process. Everything's kind of laid out for you from the start to finish. You know what to expect. Kelly's right there, available at any point that you might need, as well as the rest of the team. So it was a good process to have somebody kind of just serve as an accountability partner to help me get through the process. Not too naggy or anything like that, but not letting me slip through the cracks, and and, not fulfill what I wanted to complete. So it was just good to have an accountability partner throughout the process, and then to have the help to formulate all of this stuff once it got finished. Because writing is one part, but then when you get to formatting and all that good stuff, like, you want somebody in your corner to get you through that knows how to do it without the extra hassle. So that part was beautiful, and then just to know what the intention is and to set the expectations out there, and then to actually hit the metrics, that's amazing. It's like, so if you don't believe it up front and you set out there and you make these goals, just understand, like, they'll help you hit the metrics. So just do your part and it'll be possible for sure.
Good stuff. I have to be honest. I love your cover. Your cover is like one of the
I'm still in love with it
covers.
too.
Yeah, like I was like, wow. When I saw that, it came out really, really good.
Yes, I love that. And they actually got that right on like the second take. I gave them my thoughts and what I was thinking, and to be able to get that back like number two, I was terrified of what would come, because I'm like, that I don't even know what I want. So how do I know? Like, so to see everything that I wrote come out so beautifully, like I was in awe for sure, and I still am. Every time I look at it, I'm in love with it. So yes, I love it too. Thank you.
Do you have a favorite quote to close us out?
I don't. So I guess I need to give me one by Friday. My Saturday. No, but I'll tell you. No. I do. Small steps, big transformations. That's one thing that I'm living by, and I'm being intentional with. And I promise you guys, like, if you take it intentionally, it will literally, you'll be able to transform. So take the small steps every day. The 1%, it adds up before you know it. So just bet on yourself and be intentional.
Perfect. Can't close it out no better than that. Have an amazing book signing. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye. Listen, thanks so much for checking out this episode of the Books for Athletes podcast. Do me a favor, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode. We want to help more athletes tell their story. We want to help more athletes get their story out. So if you could support this podcast, all I need you to do is like, comment, share, and please subscribe to my channel so we can grow on YouTube and start monetizing this channel. All right. If you prefer to listen, we're on all podcast listening platforms as well. Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Wherever you are, please like, subscribe, comment, and please share this episode with someone. And I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.